Hi, welcome to Camp Happy Meal. So, in a couple of weeks, it's going to be the 4th of July. And I thought it would be fun to make a couple of 4th of July cards and send up to my mom and dad. They are in a different state than I am. And I get to see them every couple of months. But I was going through my pattern paper and realized that I don't have any pattern paper that is red, white, and blue. So it's kind of hard to make a patriotic red, white, and blue card if you only have solid color cardstock. So today we're going to do a couple of different techniques and we're going to make some pattern papers, which I will then turn into some cards. So if you're ready, then let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I have this. This is a gel press or a gel plate. I don't know if you've ever played with one of these or not. They are great fun to play with. You can do all kinds of great techniques with these, and I'll show you a couple today. With this, you can use all different kinds of things. Like you can use acrylic paint with them, which is what most people use. You can also use your ink pads with them. I've got some other, these are other kinds of acrylic paint. This is regular craft paint. This one has glitter in it. And this one has some iridescent things in it to make it shiny, so we're going to try that. Besides using a brayer to roll out these different mediums, I'm also going to use these, which these are smooshers. This is a Natalie Bowers invention. She has a YouTube channel here. I'll put a link to it in my description so you can check her out and you can learn how to make these, but these are great fun as well. Let's get started just playing with this for now. So when you put this down on your mat, you want to try to get as many of the air bubbles out from underneath it as you possibly can. Now granted, you're not going to get them all out, but they recommend getting them out because supposedly they leave marks or like kind of like watermarks on your prints. I've never experienced that before, but I still try to get them all out. So we're going to put our piece of paper down. And my paper is a little bit bigger than my gel press is, and that's okay. And actually, that's not what you're supposed to do first. You're actually supposed to put something on this first. And yes, some of my scrap paper that I use has things printed on one side of it, but it's okay because we'll glue that side down to the card, and this is the side that you'll see. So let's try that again. Let's put, you know what, let's go with some red. You don't need a whole lot of color on these, and these are brand new, so they need to be opened. You don't need a whole lot of paint down on your gel press. You just need a little bit because you will spread it out with the brayer. You know what? Let's go ahead and open up the blue one too while we're here. These are brand new. I've not ever played with these before. You can get these at most craft stores or like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or places like that. It's best to go whenever they have a sale because then you can obviously get more for your money. So this is going to be fun because this one is iridescent, and I'm wondering, oh, it looks kind of silverish. I'm wondering if we can mix other colors in this and still have it keep that shimmer to it. So we will find out. All right, so let's start out with some red. And we're just going to put a few little drops of red down here just to get us started. And that's probably enough to cover the whole plate, actually. So you want to try to get it smoothed out as much as you can, a nice even coat. And you'll see that there's lines in it from the brayer, so you want to try and get as much of the lines out of it as you can. And it's always good to have a sheet to the side that you can brayer your ink off on or your paint off on. So then you put your paper down, and yes, I just did that on the wrong side. I did that on the side that had the printing on it. But that's okay, this will just be a test run. So you press it down. And then you can lift it off, and there's your print. And you know what, even though it's on the wrong side, I can trim this and trim around where the words are. So we're gonna set this one aside for now. Let's do some red This looks like it has separated. Do a little bit of white. And let's get us some blue out here, see if we can get some stripes going. Whoops. So now the trick to it is I don't want to mix this all completely together because that'll just make purple and pink and a very light blue. Okay, and then we'll come back this way and see if we can get the red mixed in here a little bit. And I'm gonna lose some of the white definition in there, but that's okay. Okay, so that may be usable. So we got red, white, and blue stripes. And this just easily wipes off with the baby wipe. You could also run this under water if you wanted to. I don't feel like running over to the sink to do that. So we're just gonna wipe it off this way with the baby wipe. And that's kind of fun. I don't know if you can see it that well, but the white kind of turned pinkish because my gel plate had some pink left on it. But we've got totally white stars in here that we'll do something else with. So let's see if we can carefully lift these off of here. How about we do some blue over this? Aha, there we go. That's pretty cool. All right, so we might have to experiment a little bit more with this. Okay, so, you know, I'm really curious as to what this is gonna look like, the pearlized. So let's do some red and blue on the outsides. Let's do some more stripes. I'm just gonna wipe this off because I don't want the center to become blue or pink because of there being stuff on the brayer. And let's do some of this, some of the sparkly. Whoa, that was way too much. Okay, so let's go with that. Okay, and that pretty much answers my question about whether it keeps the shimmer if you mix another color in with it, because we got some blue shiny going there, and that could be fun to die cut out of. Okay, that's cool. It does keep the shimmer. So full disclosure here, this video
was roughly 6 hours long. To save a little bit of time, I have edited it down and sped up parts of it so that you could see the panels being made for what I'll actually use to make the cards at the end of this video. I may come back at some point because there are other techniques in this, and I might make a second video out of some more of the footage, but I didn't want to bore you with, 6 hours of me gel printing. If by chance you do have an interest in seeing other parts of this video where I showed different techniques for making other kinds of prints, please let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in, so I know if I should go ahead and edit some more of this out and share with you.
I think we're going to try something a little different. I think we're going to take one of these. We're going to smoosh some of the white paint around on it instead of using the brayer. Let's throw in some of the sparkly. Oh wait, this was the iridescent stuff. Whoops. That is super runny, super messy. This is definitely messy. But if it's not messy, it's not fun, right? Oh yeah, that's a hot mess. That is a definite hot mess. So I have this print that was done yesterday in the last session that we did. So I want to take this stencil and I want to put it down on top of here. And I want to use a sponge dauber and some black paint, and I want to see if I can sponge through this and just get the Lady Liberty on it. I might have to mask off some of the text, or maybe I'll just leave it be. I mean, I don't think it would matter. I would really like to not have the text on there, but I think it's going to be a lot to try to mask it off. I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully we can keep this in place. And you know what? It would probably be better if we could get the rest of her arm up there. Now that I have everything all cleaned up, I wanted to share with you all of the prints that were made over the last 2 sessions. Know that some of these are going to be total misses. With gel printing, it's so unpredictable what you're going to actually ultimately end up with. So you're going to have hits that are really great, and you're going to have some misses that are a real hot mess. The fun part about it is 2 sessions and you end up with a massive stack of background possibilities or card possibilities. And the idea is just to figure out what to do with all of them. Admittedly, some of these may end up in the bin because they're just too messy for me to figure out what to do with. But I am going to make a couple of cards with these, and that's coming up next. So I have all of these stars, first of all. I die cut these using metal dies so that I could use them as templates on my gel plate. And they ended up with paint all over them. And then I took and I put some shimmer spray on them, so now they're all sparkly and shiny, which is kind of fun. So I have all of those that I can use on cards. And I'm just going to go ahead and flip through so that you can see what was made.
These were the 2 cards that I ended up making. I chopped up a total of 4 gel prints to make these, and I still have all the pieces left over from before. If you'd like to see the actual making of these cards, let me know and I can make that a short video. I didn't include it here just because of how long this video already is.
So now we're going to do something a little different. And as I was flipping through these and discussing them with my husband, he came up with a great idea. He thought that these would make, they would make nice cards, but he also thought that they might be neat as a wall hanging, as an actual piece of hung artwork. I agree with him. I think, you know, if I put these on a card, I would have to either make a 5x7 card because they're a 5x7 print, or I would need to cut them down. And I think it would lose some of the effect of them, especially this one. So he suggested that I frame these and give them to some people. So immediately I knew who I was going to give this one to. I have a friend that I work with that I've known since 2007, and he is an artist himself. He does some really, really neat abstract artworks. On a daily basis, he and I discuss art. So I'm going to cut this one down and frame it. I went to Walmart today and I got this kind of a frame that has a mat in it, so it makes it a 7x9, but it frames it as a 5x7. So I'm going to see what it looks like in that. And then I also just got a regular 5x7. So once I cut this down to 5x7, I'm going to pop it in here and see what it looks like in this one. So let's go ahead and do that one. I think that looks nice. So that's my video for today, and I thank you again for stopping by to have a little bit of fun with me. I hope you'll give the gel press a try if you haven't already. It is a lot of fun. You get a lot of backgrounds out of it, which just means you get to create a whole lot more. And sometimes you end up with things that you didn't expect, just like these. So thank you again for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video.